I think burnout has to do with a few things, right? Burnout has to do with a certain amount of like expectations, right? That we're not meeting. That can be a sort of a trigger for burnout, right? Like I'm just not progressing. I'm just not getting better, right? So I'm burnt out. Burning out can also be a factor of like just banging your head on the wall, like doing the same thing over and over and over again, right? Again, not leading to like a productive end. So if one is doing something that feels Sisyphusian, right? That that we work that you come up with workarounds, that you come up with that you allow yourself to recognize, that what we're doing is self betterment and betterment of the world, right? In terms of like what we're going to be producing. So, self betterment is not linear and goes up and down, right? Like the stock market, and you can have long dips, and so. Workarounds would be like finding the joy somewhere else, right? You're like so involved with this audition, and you're reaching that point where it's like, I just don't even want to pick up the oboe. I mean, maybe one idea is like, don't pick up the oboe, right? Like figure out when is a good day to rest, right? If you're a bodybuilder, you always have like a rest day. I mean, I should know, right? Um, e and but then in terms of finding the joy, right? Like how can we reconnect is part of it, and that's the I mean, we all love music, right? Like we know we love music. So can we can we can you listen to a late Beethoven string quartet, right, and find the magic there, and then somehow like that inspires you? Can you play through a Schubert song on the oboe, and have that like rekindle, right? So I think purposeful reconnecting for me is powerful in terms of avoiding burnout.
Can I add to what Frank just said? You have to fall in love with the process, not the destination. That's a big part of it. You have to be in love with the process. So it's not about a destination. You're always improving, but the process is something that you fall in love with. I mean, there's so many different tools and ways, like you said, to keep yourself, your imagination and everything going. I remember when I would quote unquote burn out from playing, then I would go to mental practice where I would just sit there and just kind of meditate on the music and play it exactly the way that I want to play it and imagine it exactly how I want to imagine it. And I would do that for days and come back to the oboe and it'd be so much better and so much more free because I've manifested it in my mind first. So a lot of times we're looking for physical results for something for to build our confidence, but a lot of these things are mental, and we can literally manifest those things in our head before we pick up the oboe. So your approach going to the oboe affects the process. So remember, you are a musician before you even pick an oboe up. So you always have to keep that in mind, that the oboe is the thing that helps you vocalize what you want to say. So think of your concept and what the process is to get to where you're going, rather than just doing this physical repetition. It's more dimensions to it than that.